letting a stranger approach you from behind, old man. Seems like you've lost your touch. Or is this some sort of, faith thing?
You're no stranger to me, kid. But, since you're so concerned about my touch, don't worry. I'm plenty alert. When I need to be. I am but a humble servant of the people these days. We're not on the battlefield anymore, though it doesn't always feel that way.
Servant of what people? They've got you out here beyond the walls. There's a damn farm out back, Edwin. Is your congregation in the barn? You've a damn statue in front of the Grand Cathedral, for fuck's sake. Why would they leave you to rot in the shadows?
Politics and subterfuge. Two things you still know little about.
And I'd like to keep it that way. But here we are, exchanging favors. So what's this all about, huh? You need me to rough up some holy prick? Talk some sense into that boy of yours?
Am I to believe you were able to gather some sense of your own since we last spoke? That seems unlikely.
Oh, cut the shit and give me a hug, would you?
You weren't followed, were you?
Oh, you know me. Careless and loud. You taught me well.
How am I supposed to know you're still sharp? You never visit, never write, hardly a sign of you across the whole of Evalas. Do you know how hard it was to track you down?
For you? Probably not that difficult.
Well, you're right, but that's not the point. Come, drink, rest, and I'll fill you in on what you've missed while you've been selling that sword of yours.
Still bitter I didn't follow you, hmm? I promise. Your goddess is better off without a wretch like me doing her work. Besides, you've not exactly been blessed for all your efforts, have you?
But have you seen the statue? They really outdid themselves.
Oh, fuck off. Statue. We both know the Lord Bishop just wanted the whole of the capital to know that you'd remain right where he wanted you. At his feet. On your knees.
Goddess willing, it'll be enough to keep him satisfied.
Is it really that bad? You should be seated on the council or in one of those big fuck-off-sized churches. Or teaching however many fools think they want to learn about the Lord Bishop and all the ancient texts. Whatever the hell you lot are on about. Anything but the goddess at this point.
As it was explained to me, Evalas has little need for heroes, and my presence might make some of our newer citizens uncomfortable. Which is true,
but they couldn't give a shit about their comfort. They just wanted you neutered and tucked away as far from influence as possible, exiled from the very home you fought for. The spoils of war, eh? Now you've got a cozy chateau where you shovel shit, and an adopted son who can't even stop in to check on his old man.
Well, I've not been entirely snipped.
Fucking hell. Don't tell me you've brought me out here to deal with some bastard of yours.
Not like that. You've grown even more foul than when we parted ways. No bastard of mine. But a friend of mine needs escort back to their home.
Well, you haven't brought me all the way out here to chaperone someone, have you? Have you?
Oh, and you were busy doing what, exactly? Whoring your way through whatever harbor and hovel would have you in your blade.
Fuck off. You know damn well
A knight who still observes his vows, even now that you've forsaken our lot.
Where I sheathe my blade is my business. And if I intended to confess any sins of mine, you and I both know that list would be very, very long before I got around to whether or not I've broken that particular vow.
Aye, it would be. As would mine.
Aye. So, this friend of yours needs my kind of help getting home.
Yes. I wouldn't call upon you if I wasn't certain you were the only one suited for the job. I also know that you aren't keen on the games they play in the capital, but I don't have any other option.
So it's that serious?
It is. And I owe a debt to them. Or at least their bloodline. How up to date are you with the goings-on within the walls?
I stay aware.
Aw, you do care. Or you're still a bit of a gossip.
Shove it, geezer. You said bloodline. You don't mean...
The Oracle. Last of their kind. The results of the trial have not been made public, but tomorrow at dawn, they are to be released and given the Lord Bishop's grace to return home.
You've got to be shitting me. How are they not rotting away in the belly by now? Their people, their beliefs. That tin can has been eager to rid Evalas of them long before I could even lift a sword. I'm shocked they even bothered with a trial.
It wasn't easy, but I still have some influence.
And you're to thank for that.
Like I said, I owed them. Even this isn't enough to repay them, but this may be the last opportunity I have to try. Though, looking at the state of you, I may not be doing them any favors. When's the last time you actually swung that sword of yours?
Keep it up and I'll have plenty of practice before dawn. They're going to try and kill this oracle of yours.
Without a doubt.
Lovely. So you're sending me to play protector for... what? A seer who's been labeled a blasphemer and a heretic.
Well, sounds like you two would get along just fine. At least when it comes to the blasphemy.
Well, that's a comfort at least. Now, if I can just make sure they don't curse my eternal soul or, whatever it is they do.
You shouldn't believe everything you read or hear spewed from a pulpit. You know as well as I do that the stories we are told from on high rarely seem to reflect the truth of things. Otherwise, well, they would never dare call men like us heroes.
No, they wouldn't, would they? You're asking a lot of me.
You know I wouldn't ask if there was another option. As much as I don't want to involve you in this madness, it seems it has found its way to you, despite my best efforts. I need a killer. And frankly, they don't make 'em like they used to.
Oh, is that so? Priestly fellow like you meet a lot of killers these days?
You'd be surprised, kid. Problem is, they lack honor.
Well, shit, I think you got the wrong guy then. Whatever honor we had, that was left on foreign soil. Right alongside the blood. And all of them.
All of the forgotten. Not one of these whoresons would have felt an ounce of guilt. That's why you're gone, right? That's why you're a ghost. You pray for a day you're just as forgotten as they are.
Hey, I don't need you digging any deeper than that. I'll do the job. Just stop. Stop.
It's all right, Auron.
It will never be all right. We both know it. There's no glory beyond for us. You can wear your pretty robes and pray for that holiness to wash all that blood away. We will burn for what we did. And it won't be her flames that sear our flesh.
Then it sounds like the same flames that kept me awake at night have afforded you just as little rest. We're not waiting for the eternal pyre. I led myself upon it long ago, and invited you to burn with me.
If you think helping this oracle might help me sleep at night, if I'll be able to close my eyes and not see what that rot did to us, to them, I'll do it.
Well, I can't promise that it will, and it might be worth mentioning that they may be less keen on that sour attitude of yours than I am. So if you've held on to any of your lessons from your days of being a young noble, you might want to try.
Yeah, sure. Just me and the latest enemy of the state, dining on the finest wildlife, sharing a tent, riding on horseback through the vast and beautiful countryside, dodging assassins, thieves, and each other by the time all is said and done. I assume their home is not exactly close.
It is not. But maybe getting to know someone who has even less of a taste for our holy heaping of horse shit than you could do you some good. Or you'll be even more convinced that being a mercenary as far away from here as possible is exactly what you need. Who can say?
Ah, so you have kept an eye on me. Thanks for that.
Times are changing. Allies are becoming harder to find. And the ones you do find are even harder to trust. But there's hope still. It's buried and quiet, but it's there. I'm just not sure what it'll lead to. Hope and wrath are equally blind.
Clearly. Hey. If I'm going to do this favor for you, you need to let me pry a bit.
Oh, no.
Have you talked to that boy of yours?
Have you talked to your brother?
As a matter of fact, I have. About 6 months ago. A letter.
Wow, a real family man. Well, if you talked to Faust, then you likely know more about how Finn is doing than I do. The boy wouldn't ever give it to me straight. But knowing what he knows about me and the nature of his adoption, I don't think any amount of time or distance could calm the storm in his heart.
They would have killed him, just like the rest. He is alive because of you. He's learned and harnessed his magic because of you. Don't you think
I see the spite in his eyes when I look at him? I can see clearly. Plain as day. We put his kin to the blade. We took everything.
as plain as he must see the guilt in your eyes? Is your faith reserved for fairy tales and holy rites, or can you not spare a bit for him? You chose him over the rot, over everything. Trust that he'll choose you, too.
Perhaps you're the one who should have sought refuge in the church, the way you counsel me. You'd put my kind to shame. put me to shame.
Then allow me to speak plainly if you think I'm so wise. Whether he resents you or not, if he'd curse your name and wish you'd left him for dead, it's not your decision to make. If you love him as much as I know you do, you have to let him make that choice for himself.
So be it. Is this the sort of wisdom you've cultivated out there in the cold?
No, it's not that deep. I'm just a son who's cursed his father and lived long enough to see that the prick doesn't even realize that I cursed him in the first place. At least if that freckled mage tells you to go to hell, you have some sense to feel bad about it. Mine didn't even flinch. I couldn't pile the bodies high enough to reach those expectations of his. No amount of glory or honor would have been enough. Your reasons for bringing that scared little boy home and giving him a chance at life are your own. And maybe they're selfish. Maybe you wanted to repent. Maybe you thought if he could see the good in you, he could overlook what we did in the name of the Lord he would never kneel to. But you wound up loving him as if he were your own. You risked everything and lost just about that much. The least you could do. The least you could do is let him know he's not just a token of your goodness. He doesn't have to believe you. But if you keep running from each other, he's never going to get a chance to.
You know, Auron, you were young when...
Stop. I know. You did good, trained me well, taught me plenty. And you'd do well to pour us another drink. Come on. If I'm going to get to sleep in time to meet this oracle at dawn, I better chase all this wisdom with a little more wine.
Again, wise beyond your years. Very well, another. Good morning, Oracle. I hope your release was uneventful. Well, I can't promise your travel companion will be much more pleasant than that, but this one won't want to see your throat slit, which I hope is, at the very least, a marginal improvement.
We'll see if that holds true through the journey. Getting me up at the ass crack of dawn isn't exactly a great first impression. Feisty. No, the pig shit smell is from the pigs, not me. I think.
It's not him. I made him bathe.
Made me I made use of the facilities.
If I may, pardon Red's lack of couth. It's been a long time since he's worked in a team setting. But I promise that once he gets his act together, he's actually not the worst company. More importantly, he'll make sure you get home. Oh, I'm more than aware that you can handle yourself, but a couple of corpses left behind with clear signs of your handiwork would give our friends in the capital all the proof they'd need to bring their wrath down upon you.
Oh no, not their wrath. That would be terrible. Oh, not that I'm saying I wish the wrath down upon you. More so that I'm not sure there's anyone left in the barracks capable of something resembling wrath.
Are you done?
I was trying to make nice. Damn geezer. I've heard the sorts of things an oracle is capable of. He's right. they would take any excuse they could to execute you. So let's not give them any. I can kill off whoever tails us the old-fashioned way. Well, your way is older than sharp, pointy pieces of metal or large, heavy objects. Ah, well, I suppose that
Your journey will be a long one. I've packed his horse with plenty of provisions, as well as an extra bedroll. No extra tent, I'm afraid.
Oh, goddess.
Well, you see... No, nothing like that. Auron here is a knight. He's taken certain vows, so...
All right, that's about enough. Old man, get over here. We need to talk.
Well, shouldn't you be going? Let's not leave them alone.
Hey. Look at me. Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what, exactly?
You know damn well what.
No.
This oracle, but did you know what they look like?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on. You haven't been a holy man long enough to not have the sense to see that they look very... They're just... It is hard to stay subtle when you're trying to travel with someone that... attractive.
Oh, goddess help me, you're on about that?
Goddess help me. Never mind. Fuck it. It's just for a few days.
Well, probably longer than that.
Let me believe. Faith, right?
A lot of good that will do you.
Oh, that's rich coming from a priest. Fine. All right. We're leaving. Now you want to talk to him? Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you two some space. Hey, Edwin.
Auron?
If your son can't tell you how much you mean to him, and how much he loves you, the other will. You hear me?
Oh. Kid, I
asked, did you hear me, old man?
I hear you.
Don't forget it. Stay out of trouble. There aren't many of us left.
Apologies. I'm not very good at goodbyes, Oracle. About my request. Were you able to divine much last night? If not, it's all right, truly. I don't expect... Oh. Of course. I'll read it when I feel the time is right. Thank you. Is there anything you need from me? Red? He's the only man for the job. I promise. With what I've come to learn about you, you'll be fond of him once he gets over himself. Or one of you will murder the other in their sleep and be done with it. Whichever comes first. Didn't tell you. Didn't tell you what? Oh. Oh. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's funny. No, don't worry. He doesn't have a clue. Utterly oblivious. Now go. Be well. Read it when I feel the time is right, huh? Well, no time like the present. Frayed heavens bring the flood. The roots of hope run deep beneath the tower. But chaos reigns, with a tongue sharp as steel. Showered in the tears of the lost, wrath blooms. An end is not the end. Your spear quenches the White Throne's thirst when a red river flows. We will meet again. And so it shall be.